Hey there, it's Brittany. I'm back with another video. I'm going to be using one of Heidi's artisan beads that I showed you in my artisan bead haul. I'm going to be using some seed glass. So I picked out this bead, and I'm actually surprised at the things I chose to pair with it. So I love this bead. I'm only using one in this necklace, I think, because I only bought 4. And you know me, I have to hoard the rest. So it's so pretty. It's double-sided, so cool. I'm also going to be using this sand dollar from, I believe it's from Lima, because I think theirs were thicker than cherry trees. And I have one strand of coordinating yellow that I bought from Lima or cherry tree, I can't remember. This did not come in my sea glass haul, so I won't be selling that later on. And then I have some of these gemstone beads that I got in Tucson. I have more of those too. I just put a couple in that bowl for now. We're going to be making a leather necklace using these components, and actually now that I think about it, I didn't check to see if the leather would fit through these beads, so we might be replacing those. I'm just using 1mm leather. It is a very tight squeeze. Let me see. I'm sorry I'm doing it off camera, but it's just easier. I'm going to see if cutting the leather on an angle would help. Oh, and it does. Okay, so whew, saved by a good technique. Okay, so if you guys watched my 10-day bracelet, and we're coming up on day 50, so I'm going to do a bracelet blitz for day 50. That's going to be a lot of fun. If you saw day 10 bracelet, it was blue, and I will be making a matching necklace for that at some point, but I'm going to be using the technique I used on that bracelet on this necklace. So I'm using this leather I got from Hobby Lobby. I think, what is it, 25 yards for half off. Maybe I used a 40% off coupon, so $5, less than $5. Probably, yeah, I think it was 40% off. So I'm going to, this necklace, I don't need it to be very long, but it's going to be doubled. So I think it's going to be, I'm cutting off about 6 feet, but I doubt I'll use that much. And if I do use more than that, then I'm going to be in trouble. So what I'm going to do is grab my 2 ends. One of them is tapered, so I can fit it through these smaller hold beads. I'm going to grab my 2 ends. I'm going to use the larger hole on my sand dollar, put the 2 ends through there, and I'm going to come all the way down and grab my folded end. I'll show you in just a moment. Grab my folded end and slip the 2 ends through it. So I'm just making a knot, very simple knot, and I'm just going to pull that tight, making sure that the leather stays together. I'm getting there, almost to the end. Okay, so that is how we're going to put that bead or the pendant on the leather necklace. Now, if you just wanted to showcase any pendant, that's a fast way to string a pendant. I'm going to take my starfish bead, and it only has the hole will only permit one of these to go through. Now I have a Dremel. I could drill a hole through here, but I don't expect you guys to have a Dremel. And I'm familiar with using polymer clay, so I'm comfortable drilling polymer clay. If you weren't and you had an artisan bead, like one bead from somebody, I wouldn't recommend that. I'm okay with doing it because, first of all, this is for me, and if I mess it up, I'm not going to be too sad. But anyway, so I'm going to take one of our lengths of cord, leather cord, the one that I snipped at an angle, and I'm going to slip it through our bead. Oh goodness, I didn't think to check this one because it looked like it had really big holes, and I'm going to check. I have 4 more of these beads. I'm going to check those before I drill anything. You can also use a hand drill with polymer clay. It's really easy. I mean, it seems like it's scary, but it's really easy. Sorry. Yeah, those two don't work. I should have checked this before I started filming. So maybe I will be drilling a hole larger in these because I really want to use this bead. So sorry guys, I guess I am going to be drilling. You can use smaller leather or different stringing material if you're not comfortable drilling in your beads. I'll be right back. Okay, so quick and painless. Just use the hole that was already in the bead to as the guide hole. If you don't have a hand drill, if you don't have a Dremel, a household drill is fine too. Just go slow. Okay, so I have my leather that was trimmed, and I'm just going to insert it in the hole. Okay, and I'm going to bring it all the way down to my pendant. And oops, sorry, I have a little polymer clay dust on my hand. I'm going to make sure that I grab the bead, take my leather, and the strand that didn't go through my bead. Also, I'm going to push this down as far as it can go. The strand that didn't go through my bead is behind my bead, not in front of it. And now, do I want it? I'm trying to decide. I want the bead. I want to flip it over because I don't want the point going down. So I'm going to restring that. Sorry for moving the camera. We don't want to give you seasickness. No pun intended. Let's see. Okay. All right, so move it all the way down. The strand or the string that is not through the bead goes behind the bead, and then we just create a knot. Okay. The simplest thing ever. And you can do this. It doesn't have to be an artisan bead. It could be whatever bead that has a 1 millimeter hole or more that you can fit your leather through, or whatever stringing material. This would be perfect for Eslon or silk, or even like sari silk or fairy silk. I don't know the name of that one, but anyway, so there's our pendant. It's so stinking cute. I can't stand it. And then you can keep going. You don't have to stop here. You can put a metal bead here. I couldn't find any like metal beads that I really wanted to use on this necklace. And the good part about that is I'll be able to use it with silver or gold in the future, as I wear both. So I'm just going to pull this down, and then I'm going to let these separate naturally. So it looks like this cord wants to come to the left, this cord wants to come to the right. I'm going to pull them. Okay. And actually now, because I'm done creating the pendant, I'm also going to cut an angle in the other piece of leather, or other side of the leather, I should say. So I'm just taking my nippers and cutting at a diagonal. Cut it a little bit deeper than that. So now that'll be perfect to guide through my beads. On both sides, I'm going to scooch that. I'm going to create another knot before we string on a bead, because I don't want two beads knocking against each other right at the first knot. So I'm going to just create a knot where it feels good to create it. You can make it, you can measure, you can do whatever you want. Sorry, I'm just trying to get that to go through. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to create a knot on the other side at the exact same point. Okay. Okay, so we have two knots, and then we can start stringing our beads on. I am going to make this very similar to my beaded wrap leather bracelet that was super simple. I'm just going to create a knot after each bead and put the beads on in the order in which I would like them to be. So I'm starting with a rondelle. I think I'm going to do a couple rondelles and then a yellow bead. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5 of these yellow beads, and I do have some these little squares, but the leather didn't fit through them. I was really sad when I figured that one out. And I don't have any more of this yellow. Ooh, I'm a fibber. I just pulled out a bag and I found some tinier ones, so I'm going to incorporate those too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I might just use these and put these away and use those on something else because they are quite large, and these would look better on the necklace. I'm hoping that these will fit because they did in the other video. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 rondelles, and then I'll do 2 or 3 rondelles, and then I'm going to do a yellow bead. So I'll just grab at random. I'm not looking at these beads to see what they look like before I put them on. Some of the holes might be a little small. Just trying to wiggle it in there, and if it doesn't work, you know what, I'm not going to spend that much time on it. Go. Oh, and I forgot to make my knot because I wasn't paying attention. That's okay. I don't need to take the bead off. Just make a knot, slide it down to this bead. Okay. And then we slide our bead down and we keep going. This is why I made the necklace a little, or the leather so long, because I don't know how long I want to make my necklace, and I want to have that choice. If you know how long you want to make your necklace, it'd probably be easier for you to determine. So I think 2 is enough. I'm going to, okay, good. So we have 2 of each. I'm going to start with this one. Well, no, I'm going to start with this one. Please, please, please fit through the bead or I'll cry on camera. And I'm twisting as I'm pushing, and it seems to be working. There we go. No tears. No tears in jewelry making. That's a big fat lie. I cry all the time when I'm making a piece of jewelry if it's not going the way I want. That's the only time I cry is if I'm frustrated or angry. Okay, so there we go. I'm more likely to throw it or cut it up if something's not going my way. I don't really cry. But I'm losing my light like a cloud. For some reason, just decided to go in front of the sun, which never happens here because we live in sunny Arizona. And I'm just going to keep going. Sorry if it's a little dark. I'm just going to do whatever feels right. So right now I just want to have a few of these going up the side. And if you want, you don't have to do a knot after every bead. You don't have to knot and then put another bead right away. You can put another knot further up. Sorry, this one's having a hard time going through. The design options are pretty much endless on this, except you know, if you don't have a bead that has a 1 millimeter hole, then you need to change your design options. Okay, I'm gonna do another one. I know we did 2 at the beginning, but I'm feeling 3 between the yellow beads. I want to say I used different leather for the bracelet. I might have used some Bracelet.Street leather, but I cannot remember. Okay, now we're going to do like the square looking one. Please fit. I feel like I'm talking to my jeans. Please fit. It's not funny. Okay, and then if it's going in there, I'm just twisting as I push. Okay. I'm loving this color combo. I always love blue and yellow together anyway, but it was kind of weird for me to put some brown in there, so I'm liking how it's turning out, thankfully. Okay. That one didn't have any blue on it, and I really do want the blue in here. Okay. I do like how that looks. I love it. Okay, I'm going to do another one. I think I'm going to do another 3, like 3 here, then the gold bead, and then a few up, and then the rest will just be cord. Okay, and then I'll put my other yellow one. Okay. I mean, you can get really creative with this. It's just such a fantastic, simple technique that you can just do anything with. Any color, leather, any type of beads, any pattern. Just a very simple technique. I wonder if I have a yellow, smaller sand dollar. I think I do. In this yellow, I have, because they have 2 different yellows. There's a lighter yellow, and this is more like a marigold color. If I do, I'm going to make a matching bracelet, and that will be fun. Although I don't know if I'll have enough of these beads. I think I have more. I think I have more over in my stash. If they're not, are these faceted? Yeah, these are faceted. The ones I have are probably not faceted, but we'll see. We'll see. They'll still match if they're not faceted. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do the other side, and then I'll decide how many up the back that I want to put. So far, here we go. Let's see. Here's our necklace. Sorry, I'm so zoomed in. You can't really see it unless I zoom out. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. So there we go so far. I'm going to do the other side. I'll do it on warp speed so you can see, but I'll come back once I'm finished. Okay, so I have done the exact same thing on the second side, and it's so pretty. It's so subdued, like everything I do, well, not everything I do some subdued things, but most of the things I do have some pretty bright colors. I'm not gonna lie, but I love bright colors, but I do like subtlety once in a while. And I just feel like this necklace is super earthy and just happy and fun. And I'm going to let me see. Am I happy with how it is right now? I think I am, actually. Sorry, I'm trying it on to see if I like. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I'm not going to do anything else. So for the back, I'm going to find a bead that will fit both of these, and I think I did this on another necklace. I'm going to tie a knot to the longest length I'd like it to be, and then find a bead, and then it'll just slide back and forth. That way I can have an adjustable necklace. I'll be right back. Okay, so I found this little silver bead. It's going to be in the back, so in case I want to wear gold with this necklace in the future, I still can. I was able to scooch both pieces through the bead, and it doesn't have a lot of wiggle room, because if the bead's too big, it's not going to hold your necklace in place. So I'm just going to measure this by putting it over my head and seeing the longest I'd like it to be, which is pretty long. I like necklaces that'll come on, rest under my chest, but again, this one can be pretty short too if you, once you get it over your head, you decide to make it adjustable. So what I'm going to do is grab, this is where I want the longest it to be, or this is the longest I'd like it to be. So I'm going to grab both ends of the cord and create a knot. And I will slide it down to, slide it down to my bead. There's no way that bead's getting over that knot, that's for sure. And I'm just going to pull it as tight as possible. And you can put some glue there. I'm not going to, because the second thing I'm going to do is on each one of these little strands, I'm going to put another gemstone. Sorry, I thought I was in the screen there. And these are kind of destroyed, so I'm just going to cut them again at a diagonal so we can get it through the bead. Okay, and I'm just going to bring it down a little bit, not too long, and create a knot here. Nobody's gonna see this, but it's just a nice finish to the end of the necklace. Okay. I will put a dab of glue on that one just to make sure that knot doesn't come undone later on. And I'll just use GS Hypo Cement there. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And you can make these tails as long as you'd like. It'd be cute to see if you were wearing a ponytail or something at the back of the necklace. Okay. Don't forget to dab a little bit of glue. I'm not going to during the video, but here is our necklace. Here's the back. It's so cute. And then now it is adjustable, and I can scooch this down as far as I want to be to make it as tight as I'd like it, or as short, I should say, as I like it. So I'm going to go through my stash and see if I have a matching smaller sand dollar. Okay, so I'm going to take this as a sign from the universe that that other yellow one is going to be used on something else, because I can't find it, and I literally put my hands on it a couple hours ago. So I am not going to use that, but it will be able to, it would allow me to use this, one of these beads, as a focal in the bracelet. And since my light is really leaving, I really want to be able to do that when it's brighter outside. So I'm going to put this video on hold, and we will come back when we have more light, and I'll make a matching bracelet. Thanks for watching. I'll be back. Okay, we have better lighting. It's the next day. Today is actually day 50. I didn't plan this out very well. Today is day 50 of my bracelet challenge. This is going to be day 50's bracelet. I am going to do a bracelet blitz to celebrate day 50, but I'm going to do it tomorrow on day 51, because that'll give me more time to video on a Saturday. So I did end up finding by watching one of my other videos, I saw where I put it. I did end up finding the yellow sand dollar. However, it's the wrong color. It's not the right yellow. It's too light. So we're not going to use that. I'm going to use these beads. This will be the focal. I have these, but they're quite large. So I don't think that that's going to work out for me. But now I'm looking at these beads that I'm seeing that I think I bought from Beads and Babble, and they're very close. I mean, they're not sea glass. They came in this mix. They're not sea glass, but they're the close yellow. They're not the best, but I'm thinking, unless I don't do, if I don't do a leather bracelet, then we're okay. Actually, now that I think about it, let's not do a leather bracelet and then just use these beads. That'll allow me to use some of the ones that wouldn't fit on the leather, and then we'll use some of these rectangles, and we're going to use, or squares, and we will use some wire. I'm thinking, because if we do it that way, then I'm going to have to choose a metal color, which I didn't want to do because the necklace was so neutral without a metal. Goodness gracious. Oh no, I could do a stretch bracelet and then I wouldn't have to choose a metal. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Sorry guys, took me a second, totally forgot it. How could I forget about stretch bracelets? Good Lord. That means I've been making a lot of bracelets if I'm forgetting certain types of them. I'm looking for, here we go, another dish to put in these beads. I don't think my elastic cord needle will work with these beads. I think it's just too small. So I'm going to figure out a pattern, and then we'll just go from there. We'll figure it out. I don't know how I want this to go. Do I want it to be here? I grab, I'll check to see if they fit on my needle. I don't think they will. Nope. I don't think these are big enough for it either. They're barely big enough. All right. So I'm going to grab one of these wires from a different video and just stack a couple beads on to see if that's the way I want to go. Or if I want to, so we could do, I don't like that. Not at all. Sorry, it's focusing on this bead in the background. I know it's pretty, but that's not what I want to look at. Okay, I like this a little better because it gets the yellow, it gets the blue. Okay, so we'll do it that way. So I just need to find my bead mat, bead board, stretch bracelet bead board. I actually can't wait for my bracelet bits tomorrow because I'm going to be using a lot of stuff that I've been gifted and or bought from other artists. I'm going to be using Artisan beads to make a bunch of different bracelets. So I'm super excited. I'm going to be using some stuff from Pam from Mossy Cup Oak Designs, some from Heidi Blanket Ship. I'm going to be using stuff from Leah Clark and my own stuff too. So I want to make 5 bracelets in my bracelet blitz tomorrow at least. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so this guy's going to be our focal. And actually, hopefully I have enough beads to do an entire bracelet, but I think we will. Okay, and the pattern is just going to be 3, 3, 3, 3. These yellow beads are very thin, so I don't know if that's going to add enough volume, but maybe I'll do 3, 2, or 2, 3, 2. That seems like a better idea, because that'll get more yellow beads in here, and it'll use my blue beads. It won't use my blue beads up as much. I mean, I don't mind if I use them all, but I want to make sure that there are enough for this bracelet. Okay. I just love it. I love that little guy, this little guy with the yellow and the blue. It's so perfect. This guy's too muddy to be right next to him. All right. That's a good one. Gosh, the Goldie hair has been driving me nuts today. I don't know what's going on with her. I actually had to take her to the vet this morning before work for a booster shot. Nothing wrong with her. And I don't know, she doesn't like the car, but she knew something was going on, because we don't leave the house that early ever, and she knew it. But then right after the vet appointment, which I'm not even allowed to go in with her because of COVID, right after the vet appointment, she wasn't shaking. She was totally fine. She knew that we were on our way home. She's so funny. She's really smart. She plays the cute card a lot, though. All right. Okay, so I'm going to try this and see. I don't think that's going to be. It's not going to be long enough. Well, we'll start it. I'm going to do it in the quick speed mode, because I'm not using my bead needle, so it's just going to be kind of painful to watch if we do it at slow speed. But yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so here's our bracelet. I haven't tied it yet, but I just kept adding in the same pattern until I was finished and got the length I desired. I'm just going to pre-stretch like we always do. Stretch both sides. Okay. And then I will tie a knot. Now I'm thinking, do I have enough room in these beads for a knot? Yeah, I'm not sure. Ideally, we would want to put the knot probably here, because this is a bigger hole in this bead, but I'll make do. Go ahead and tie again. And then tie one more time. And I will find my GS Hypo Cement. Here it is. This is the glue I use. And I use that on leather as well. It's got a tip that needs to be cleared out sometimes. And then just put a little bit of glue on both sides of that knot. And while I have it out, I'm going to put a glue dot on the ends of these where I told you I would yesterday. Just in case. I don't see them coming out, but you never know. And then cap your glue before you move on, because this glue will leak. And then you'll have to get a new one. We don't want that. Okay. I usually wait about 5 minutes, but when I'm on camera, I don't. So just snip about an eighth of an inch to a quarter of an inch. Leave a little bit of your tails. Usually I grab them and pull them a little bit before I snip. See, this hole is a little bit small for these for this knot, and I don't think it'll go inside. Well, the first problem we have with the glass is it's thin. So Yeah, if I had it to do over, I would put the knot inside of this bead, and I just wasn't thinking when I was stringing because I wasn't using my needle tool like I always do. That's going to drive me nuts. I will not wear a bracelet that the knot is showing because it would drive me nuts over time. So what I'll do is end up restranding this. But it's so cute. It's so cute. It's the perfect match for our, see, like it looks, since the knot is not hidden, it looks off balance even though it's completely balanced. That's going to drive me crazy. So bear with me a minute. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, and then I'll be back and I'll show you the finished set. Okay, much better. We have our perfect bracelet, no glue or knot showing, and it's just such a fantastic, you know, just natural looking statement piece mixed with this necklace. And Heidi's beads, I mean, I'm sorry, those are just what make it so fantastic, and I just love them together. Let me scooch in a little bit here. So fun. Oh, I just love these together. They make me so happy. Very beachy, very summery. I mean, I know it's always summery here in Arizona, but it's not beachy. So I have to get that vicariously through my beads. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions about this technique, let me know. If you'd like to see anything else, let me know. You guys know I love talking with you. Please like and subscribe. And if you know anybody who likes jewelry or bead videos or polymer clay, please share. I'm sure they would like my channel. Please stay tuned. I'm going to get a little capture of Goldie. She's being super cute in her bed right now. So stay tuned for Goldie. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hi, cutie. Are you sleeping? You having a good day? You just sleeping a little bit in your little bed with your friends? Yeah. Say hi. Hi, everybody. Hi. Have a happy weekend.